guys? DJ the Guildmaster back again on our phone. Long time no see. We got the Samurai here
Yeah,
today.
fun when I got here. Holidays are over for now.
Yeah, it's actually beautiful outside. It's
Right.
like 50 degrees out. So me and the Samurai, we're getting ready for our January 14th event. This weekend's Toys for Tots in Pittsburgh. It's Fabricator Forge. I'll be there for that. I made a fun list. This here, we're going to do some Team Yankee, obviously. We're practicing at 100 points. I'm probably taking two lists, Americans and it's a big American force, and Iraqis. The idea is I'll base that army, like the Soviet army, off of what people we get. I'm trying to run an event mostly red versus blue. Also, fun fact, we are allowing Red Dawn units for Americans, if or like for the militia. The models will be out till the 3rd of January. If people can't get a hold of them because of issues like shipping issues and stuff, we are allowing proxies for the militia and the trucks for them, so that's not a problem. So those going to the event, bring them out. As of right now, this recording, this is literally November 30th.
Right.
We have 4 spots left. So anyone seeing this video in a local area, we have 4 spots, guys. We cut it back to 10, only because of space issues. We could probably go to 12, but right now we're going to hold 10, folks. All the information is on Facebook, so go ahead and go there. Samurai has something to say to one of our fans. So a lot of you guys have known what's K on 21.
K on 21.
Gives a whole bunch of stuff for prizes and everything. So the Samurai he got some BM33s and a template from said Kia 21. Thanks again.
So I want to give him a shout out and say thanks. It'll come to good use.
Sweet, because you're trying to make a BMP3 company now, right?
We have the Italian,
or
yeah.
expand it.
Yeah, expand it a little bit more.
Plus, you don't have a template, so
No.
now you have the red Soviet template. Sweet. So we'll be using some of that stuff maybe today. So let's go over the list. Let's go over your list, Samurai, first.
All right.
Here's the board, guys. Just typical. Oh, maybe it's off. I'm using camera from now on my phone, guys, because it's a lot easier for recording. And you guys like the quality better, honestly. So let's go over the Samurai list. It's very, very small elite. Uh-oh, all the local ladies blowing you up, Samurai.
Yeah.
I'll let you slide, dog, go to the old folks home. They think that you're your son, probably. Oh, thanks for visiting today, Tommy. All right, so what do you got there? What do you got, Samurai?
This is 100 points. It's just something I put together. It's nothing spectacular.
Okay.
A T80 shot company, 2 groups of 2 by HQ.
Okay.
I'm running 2 Spandrels with it.
Okay.
And then I'm running a BIMP company, or I'm sorry, battalion.
Okay.
9 BIMP 3s with infantry.
Okay.
4 BIMP 3s, BIMP 2s, and BMP HQ, not BIMPs.
Okay. Well, it's all right.
That's
We still have to try to get that. Yeah, they do get.
They get testy when I say that.
They do.
The Samurai can pronounce it however the Samurai wants.
You guys heard it. So he's threw down the gauntlet. He doesn't care what proper nomenclature is. So going to my list. So I did something a little different. I'm basically going for like lightning fast list. Very lightly armored. I'm running 2 formations, kind of like the Samurai. I'm running a light attack company and the lighter cavalry company. So a light attack company. Sorry guys, I got a little stuffed up nose. I'm running 1 HQ, 3 groups of attack on these. They have basically a Mark 19, a minigun, and 250 cals. Then I'm running 2 fire support platoons, which are all tow, 1 more armed. Then I'm running 1 light infantry mechanized platoon. 8 Humvees, and there's 8 bases. So basically these are armed like just the M60. Next, for the cavalry is 1 cavalry command here, and then 3 Abrams IPs. This will be flexible because I'm thinking about either running the Bradley cavalry troop eventually, or I could always drop these for 4 M60s. Then going on, 3 groups of scouts. So it's basically a Humvee or a 113 with a hammerhead. Also in the formation, 2 Hueys with just regular infantry marked in them. 3 paladins, 3 cavalry mortars, and then 4 air cobras, tow 1 armed. And that's kind of the force also in here. Don't ask me how I got photocopies of the rules already. Let's just say
We want to know.
we don't.
We want to know.
I have sources, so I have some scans of militia Americans. So I'm running 1 group of militia today, which is basically 5 bases of AK armed infantry and then 2 RPGs. The infantry comes with PKM or AKs and RPG 18s, which is interesting. So they're hit on 3s, and we'll use their special rules for the game. They don't count towards my reserves if that happens to be what I have. But believe it or not, they're almost like Soviet equivalent. They have a little bit better anti-tank than my regular infantry guys. So in reality, they should be a little bit harder hitting up close against vehicles. And this comes out to 99 points.
So what you're saying is, since this isn't around and you somehow happen to beat me today, but this doesn't count as a win because you're not using.
No, they're there. They're real. They're militia.
No, but I mean the rules. The rules.
The rules officially aren't out yet.
So,
I just somehow happen to have a photocopy of their rules. Don't ask how. Just know that I do. Sorry, Battlefront. Like, you guys don't even know how I got these. So, I do have them. And, like, that's no. I like Battlefront. I think they like me a little bit.
Yeah.
But all right, we're gonna run it today. We'll get the thing out. We'll roll up our mission and see what happens. All right, guys. We got old Mark showed up today. What's up, buddy? So we have we picked up counterattack. So there's Samurai's objective. There's my objective. I forgot my main rule book, so I kind of forget the full rules for a spearhead, which we'll do later.
Hey, Samurai, let's swap out your objective for something better.
Oh, so
2S7.
we're just throwing it on top of it.
Yeah, there you go.
Boom. So we're going after that big hulking monstrosity.
Trying to recover it from the Americans.
And then the Soviets are going after wheat over here. So I have 1 region marker here, 1 region marker here. My forces, what I have in reserve are my VAD 163s, my 3 Abrams, and my 4 Air Cobras. And then obviously they don't count for reserve because of the rules, but I do have my militia in reserve. And then I have 4 tail Humvees in ambush.
They were on the official rules.
They're totally, don't ask where I got those are real scans of the real rule book. So anyway, I have FO here, group of tows here, attack Humvees, Hueys with their troops loaded up in the air, Paladins, more attack troops. Everyone's just kind of hiding over here in the corner, ready to surge onto that objective because it's nuclear. And then 2 groups of scouts here. Samurai, go ahead and go over what you end up doing over here, buddy.
I got the BMP3s.
Yep,
set
okay.
it right.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Okay.
BMP2s with the HQ.
Okay.
My T80s.
Okay.
And then 2 Spandrels.
Okay.
Are just sitting there.
Because your deployment zone's here. My reserves come in from over there. So attacker goes first. You're attacking in daylight, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So we're going to go into it, guys. When we come back, it'll be the end of Soviet turn 1. Okay. So that was the end of Samurai turn 1.
Right.
So what, you just kind of like drove through the trees,
Yeah,
moved up?
Yeah, I launched them forward fast as far as I could. Same with the T80s. Shot down there, didn't hit anything.
No, because my almost
them.
no scouts.
I moved the BMP3s up a little bit. Had the 2 Spandrels shoot down at your Humvees. Didn't hit anything.
Okay.
Into Soviet turn 1.
All right. So Soviet turn 1's over. We're going to American turn 1. I have some reserve rolls. So I roll reserve immediately for my American regular troops. Okay, nobody's coming. Now, because of the way militia works, I roll them now. Now,
Rules were actually.
the rules. The rules reference.
All the samurais getting some.
Don't worry. They do come in, actually.
Nice.
They come in off of a 5. The thing is, though, I had to drop them in your deployment zone or no man's land. I can't drop them within 8 inches of the objective. And they follow ambush rules, so I could do concealment. And unfortunately, because you filling up the trees is a good move, and just because some of the terrain's set up, I can't really deploy up on you. I can actually probably deploy in the church if I check some ranges.
Right.
Because that'll be concealment, and that gives me that 4-inch deployment. So when we come back, it'll be American turn 1. We'll see what happens. All right, so my Wolverines, luckily that tank was just outside of 4. So my militia occupied a destroyed church. I dropped smoke through here, landed my Hueys with infantry. So next turn they can hopefully deploy out. Just move some Humvees with troops around. Keep it kind of conservative. Went, bailed out one of the spandrels, filled the range in there. Although I had popped ambush early because of the good side shot, and I did. It was his commander, but he was able to bounce it, so I knocked out 1 T80 already. Also, the Wolverines with 2 RPGs actually knocked out a BMP-2, and 1 guy died inside. And I dropped smoke across here to help protect the Hueys. That's the end of American turn 1. Going on to the Soviet turn 2. We'll be back. Okay, let's try this again. So, we almost forgot. So, Samurai, what did you end up doing this turn?
I pushed the spandrels up.
Okay.
Up to the wall. 'Cause why not?
Yeah. I know you pushed your T80s up here, fired, and somehow only bailed out the hammerhead.
They couldn't shoot anything because of the smoke.
Right. You drove around and put a bunch of machine gun and fire.
Got 1 RPG base.
No, I made the save.
Or you made a save, but I mean,
Yeah, you filled your firepower.
Yeah.
Because you had all your BMP 3s also fire into them.
Yeah.
Just before we was forgot, my infantry jumped out and the Hueys lifted off. Now we're going into American turn 2. Let's see what happens here. We'll be back. Hopefully it's not making any crinkle noises. So I had some vehicles move around. These guys moved up, fired into the spandrels, only bailed 1.
Right.
Tried raging at artillery, missed. All these casualties were done by my TOW 1s. So knocked out 3 BMP 1s. Over here, tried raging again with my mortar. It failed. These guys here were able to knock out 1 BMP 3 and bail out a BMP 2. Like I said, the infantry jumped out, failed to dig in, but they're on the objective. These guys just kind of moved back to help hold the objective from the Soviets. And that's about it. We're going on to turn 3 for Soviets. So you have some pinning checks, a couple remounts, and a leadership. And that's about it, buddy.
Right.
So we'll be back Soviet turn 3. So that was the end of Soviet turn 3. Go ahead and walk us through some of the stuff you did, Samurai.
We shot at you guys in the building with the the AK-47, the RPG.
And all the BMP swarming around there fired into the church. They're pinned now.
They're pinned. Didn't really kill anything.
You did kill 1 base of regular infantry.
Failed to bail him in.
Okay. Spandrels, fired and missed?
Missed. The 2 T80s in front of the objective fired and missed.
Yeah.
The other 2 T80s
killed 1 and bailed 1.
Bailed 1.
No armor is best. I'm liking this little force I'm doing because it was everything I have as scout, which you are definitely hating right now.
Right.
Makes it a lot of hard to hit if I don't shoot. And then you push the infantry up towards the objective.
Towards the objective, yeah.
So we're going on to American turn 3. I'm on this objective. I'm on this one. I get to roll for reserves, which come in on that corner over there. Right. So we're hoping I can relieve the brave militia in the building here. All right, we'll be back after this. Like, literally, I would have hit one of them T80s had it not been 5s.
Right.
So, Americans it's been back and forth. So, over here, kind of held our ground. Guy didn't get bailed back, I just left them there as a speed bump. Abrams did come on from pity roll. Because of firing over the fence, the tree, and these are shot company, I need 5s. All 6 shots missed. Moving over, I did bail out, I bailed out 2 BMP3s here. The infantry assaulting them got killed. I bailed out another BMP2. Did some maneuvering. Them guys maneuvered up the top of the hill. These guys drove around the concrete barrier. These guys moved up. This attack company moved up, knocked out the infantry in the open here, then bailed and knocked out one of these guys from these guys shooting. It's kind of it right now. We're going to turn 4. Oh, and my dragon threw a pot shot in the side of the T80. He stopped it easily with Charbon armor. So we're going on to turn 4 Soviets.
Got some bail-ins.
You get some bail-ins, 1 leadership. The big problem I'm having is, since the Samurai's playing aggressive enough, and I have my stuff spread out, when my aircrafters come in, if they ever do, yeah, I'm going to have very limited targets to engage him because he's so close. I can't engage his T80s up close. That's why the Abrams have to do it. So we'll be back in Soviet turn 4. Go ahead. So you think?
Yeah.
All right. So Samurai, go ahead and went over what you did.
I had 2 T80s push up on that objective.
So you assaulted. I lost the base. My guys had to fall back.
Right. My 2 T80s came up here, didn't do diddly squad again.
Yep.
I just moved the BMP3s up and the BMP2s up.
Okay. That's kind of really much it.
Yeah.
So all these stuff kind of is dead in Iran.
Right.
So we're going on to American turn 4. Let's see if we can't knock out these T80s and take the objective back. We'll be back. Okay, so that was the end of American turn 4. These guys didn't rally, but I decided to move them, so I moved them away in preparation for next turn. The rest of my reserves came on. Aircrafters just moved on to station. Everything's so close right now, it's a knife fight with the Samurai, which is not very good against a guy with a katana.
Right.
Vals came in, shredded these 2 BMPs, 2s. Over here, long bomb from the hillside, bailed out this T80. Nothing happened over here. I had some vehicles moving around on getting out of the trees. A bunch of my attack Humvees moved forward in preparation for this. Militia came out of the building, bailed, knocked out the command vehicle, killed the commander. Abrams moved forward, knocked out 4 out of the 5 BMP3s.
Right.
Then the infantry, the attack company moved in, pounced, killed a base. It's pretty much it right now is what I've done. I'm just maneuvering into turn 5. I need to end it turn 5. So we're going on to Samurai turn 5. We'll be back. All right, so that was the end of Samurai's turn 5. Your 1 BMP moved up here, fired at my infantry. The other infantry stayed pinned. That BMP3 ran. These guys just moved up. Shot my Humvees a lot. Actually didn't do anything. Turned around, though your T80 commander did knock out one of my Val 163s. And these guys fired and missed again. Yeah. Anything else you want to add, Samurai?
No.
Okay.
That happened.
All right. Well, we'll be back after American turn 5.
And
Yeah.
that's how the camera wrote.
That's why my subscription went down, my camera. So we did some movement. We assaulted this tank. Made the assault, actually knocked it out with infantry. Humvees, no, them guys all didn't die. I shot the Humvees, they pinned them. Humvees assaulted and ran over a dude. And the Soviets failed their counterattack and ran back away.
Right.
Somehow that happened. Only killed 1 base here. Abrams moved up, didn't really do much. These guys moved up, fired. I didn't want to take the risk in firing since the samurai turned his tank around, so I'm hitting the front armor now instead of
Right.
the back. But it is down to turn 6. We'll see what happens. We'll be back. Okay, so that was the end of samurai turn 6. You did knock out a toe or a hammerhead here, and it feels like my thing's wrong. And then what happened? You assaulted my Humvees. They drove your assault off, killed a guy.
Right.
Your BMP assaulted. I actually bailed it out because how the rules state though, it has to back up then bail out. So stop both assaults. So right now, it's turn 6. I have to repel that T80 off the objective somehow in order to win. Hopefully. Although there's not much left on
Right.
Samurai side. So, okay, we'll be back. Okay, so that was the end of turn 6 Americans. Couldn't hurt the T80. Although we did destroy the BIMP, knock infantry down to 1, so they're taking saves. Over here, we ran over some more guys with Humvees.
Yeah, right.
Somehow we're able to do it. It's doing great. These guys fired 8 million shots. That guy survived it all. These guys tactical 14 to get behind. Actually knocked one out, bailed one. So now we're forcing leaderships on the Soviets' formation. So if they break, that'll hopefully end the game.
Hopefully.
All right, buddy. Going on turn 7.
All right.